We are America. I couldn't put it any simpler to that. And today is part of that freedom, that process. You're going to hear a lot of wonderful speakers.
You've got a man here who understands the Constitution. He understands that we can't keep running our country the way it is. If he ran his business like we run our country, he would be sleeping under a tree somewhere.
3 years ago, we had an event planned for our young people, and Phil and Dana, out of their own pocket, paid for the transportation. They stood up when the need was greatest. And that's what we need.
I think that Phil is, uniquely qualified to tackle this problem. He knows how to turn the economic power of the United States loose, how to get our GDP growth back up around 6.5%, and that will take care of the deficit. Phil is a kindred spirit of mine in that we both celebrate our Christian heritage openly. Therefore, I am proud and honored to endorse Phil Liberatore for the 8th Congressional District of the United States.
So when I look for a candidate for Congress, I want a man who has a vision, my vision, the Constitution. I want a man who has the courage of his convictions, and I want a man with a heart of gold. That's why I'm supporting Phil Liberatore this term, this cycle. I like the man very much. His wife, Dana, is a wonderful lady. Would you please welcome Phil Liberatore, the next congressman from the 8th Congressional District.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, everybody, for being here. God bless America. I want to thank my wife for helping me. She's my partner for life, and she wants to say a few words before I begin.
I am proud to be an American, the greatest nation on earth, and I'm proud to be able to put my life and our lives in the position to take a stand for what we believe. And we are so honored, very honored, that you would join us today. We're very honored for all the wonderful friends and all the wonderful words that have been spoken. We are humbled and we're honored. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Dana. Ronald Reagan once said, once we forget we're one nation under God, we're one nation under, and that's something we got to change. But we could change things. We could do something. So number one, we want to create jobs. Number two, we want to cut the national debt. They haven't had a balanced budget in over 1,000 days since Obama's been in office. And number three, we got to quit the spending. We can't balance the budget. We could do it. It's very simple. And I've looked at a couple proposals of a cut, cap, and balanced budget. It can be done within 5 years. It's very simple. And this is going to create jobs. You know, gas prices are ridiculously high right now, and there's 4 things we could do, but nobody's doing anything about it. Start drilling immediately. We got to start drilling. We got to quit paying for gas to these countries that support terrorism. This is ridiculous. We got to stop that immediately. And largely, we got to stabilize the dollar. We keep printing money like there's no tomorrow. We got to audit the Federal Reserve, but we got to quit printing the money. It's going to cause hyperinflation. As we see with gas prices, it's a great example of what's taking place today, folks. We think everything's being taken care of, but it's not. When it comes June 5th, vote for liberty, vote for Liberatore. I want to thank you so much today. I now want to introduce my good friend, America's greatest sheriff, Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Let's hear it for Sheriff Joe. He's my hero.
Thank you, thank you. Boy, this is a great town or city. It's nice to be with friends. I had to come all the way here for that. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I have a Smith Corona typewriter, a Smith Wesson gun. The old-fashioned, you know, that twirls. That's what I have. And also, I'm here to publicly endorse my friend Phil Liberatore. Nice Irish name. And I'm kind of an old-fashioned guy. When I make a promise, I keep it. And I'm not doing it for that, but we need him, somebody new, back in Washington that knows how to count. You know how to count? So I'm supporting Phil. We need new blood in Washington. Unfortunately, everybody that gets there drinks the same water, and sometimes you can't tell the difference, one party from the other. And Phil will do a great job. And he's a nice guy, nice family. We need some nice people in Washington. So I hope that you will support him. He's the guy that I'm looking forward to representing this District 8, right?
Right.
In Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Right, Phil?
That's right. We're going to welcome Sheriff Joe to D.C. Nobody likes him over there, by the way, folks. Let's give Sheriff Joe a big round of applause. We just love you, Sheriff Joe.
Okay.
I'm Phil Liberatore, and I approve this message because taxpayers need a voice in Congress.